Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today my video is gonna be about getting paid to exist. What I mean by that is something I will elaborate. So I was watching this TV program, and within this TV program you were seeing a, a little scene of the Tinder swindler, and this person that got to be a victim of this Tinder swindler is now basically getting paid to exist by giving seminars and all of that kind of stuff. What I think is interesting about this kind of thing is that lately one can say one will always notice or realize or feel that the government, or however one can see it, is like helping people even uh, quite lesser with the day. And what I mean by that is helping the people that have a disability or a sickness, that they are helping those kind of people lesser with the day in these modern days. And I personally feel like, or I think to myself, like, it's interesting that the people with the so called high intelligence score and the ones who were making it within their life and are on a high platform, so to speak, think to themselves maybe in an easy manner that someone else can do it then as easily at the same time as well, because for me it comes across at times that way. When I think to myself, like, it's cool that this person was getting to have that platform, the woman from the Tinder swindler story, but in some kind of way I wonder, like, will that happen for everyone? Can everyone achieve that or get that? Then one can say in some easy manner, then, like, okay, then you can earn your own kind of money, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at with this video. And because my point is, I have like a mild intellectual disability. I have been sharing this story sometimes, I think, on my YouTube channel with you guys. And so my point of the video with this is, like, to me it's like I would wonder who would then, like, so to speak, buy my story. For instance, like, let's say if I wrote a book about my story, or whatever way, whatever thing you can think of, or this or that, because the thing is, sure, there are more people who have this disability, but I've been someone who only found out when I was 21 years old of age, slash around my 22nd of age, because around that time I was receiving help and figuring that kind of stuff out. So, but here it is, here's my point, and it's another point towards that as well. Like, in my opinion, in those kind of situations, I think sometimes when I look at the factors of people who are getting scammed or this or that. It's in some cases it can be someone who has a disability or sickness or whatsoever, and somehow they're not necessarily getting quite a lot of help from the government, or however those cases can be like. And then I'm like, yeah, it's not such a surprise necessarily that they're then getting scammed somehow. And so one would say, or I would have to like literally say about that part, like, it would have been such an amazing story and such a great story if everyone can get so-called being paid to exist, right? Because like that would fix someone's problem at that moment. But I don't think it necessarily is being that simple or that easy. And again, like I would say, it's awesome when some people get to manage that and get to have that. And of course, I'm like, yeah, great for them and good for them. That's great and amazing. But it still, my concern is a little bit like, is it because of that the government thinks to themselves, yeah, then we can go ahead and just again pull the plug out even more for the help stuff towards people or this or that? Because I'm certain that it's not just only the case within the Netherlands. I've been hearing the same thing about Belgium, so it's kind of a worldwide thing as well in some kind of manner. And that is like, in my opinion, it's kind of a little bit of a dangerous type of thing when you think about it and when you look at it. People like that, most of the times when someone gets scammed, that can be the situation for that person. And that's why I think to myself, like, if I was able to do this and wrote a book about my life or whatever which way I could even do it, I would even wonder, like, who would buy my story, right? Can I get a paid to exist kind of life? So it does make you wonder, and I just want to wake up people a little bit more about those factors, um, because in my opinion it does uh, look as if it works that kind of way, like that people can assume a little bit more or less, like, oh, but if you have a phone and you can go online and this or that, and then what are you complaining about? Then maybe you can figure out a way to earn your money. But I just wished it was that simple, and it's just not. In those recent programs that I've been watching on the TV, they definitely proved that again. And so yeah, this is why I'm sharing this. And and I also want to say I'm sorry lately that I've not, like, that I didn't make videos any longer for a while, or didn't upload videos any longer for a while, but I've been stuck down with some sickness through the cold, so just saying. So thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing towards my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys all so much, and I hope to see you next time again on my channel. Thank you so much for everything. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you live out there, and see you next time. Bye.